So, what do you do when you know your child is bright, you know they're capable, but you just see them struggling with the whole process of learning? Well, today we're going to take a look at a really innovative program called Brick Club Plus from Morningstar Community Services. It's designed to tackle this exact challenge.
I'm sure for some of you watching, this is going to feel really familiar. Your child gets frustrated with homework so easily, right? They lose focus in class, and the second a task gets just a little bit tough, they just shut down. And you watch over time as that little spark of confidence starts to fade. It's such a tough cycle to be in, and it's a huge sign that just piling on more practice, well, it isn't always the right move.
It is so frustrating. And our first instinct, usually, is more practice, right? More tuition. But what if that's just pouring water into a leaky bucket? The problem isn't the water, it's the bucket. So let's really dig into why just adding more and more academic work often misses the point entirely. Okay, so this slide, it just perfectly captures what we're talking about. Over on the left, you've got the traditional approach. Pile on the work, more worksheets, more repetition. But look at the right. This is the crucial part. Real learning isn't just about the information you're giving them. It's about the state your child is in when they're receiving it. Think about it. When a kid feels anxious or totally frustrated, their brain just goes into fight or flight mode. And that part of the brain they need for learning and reasoning, the prefrontal cortex, it pretty much shuts down. So no amount of new info is getting through. Learning, it literally just stops. And that's exactly where a program like Brick Club Plus steps in. See, it's not about trying to cram in more content when the brain isn't ready. It's about building that solid foundation that makes all the other learning even possible. And here it is, their really elegant solution. It's this powerful 1-2 punch. On one hand, yeah, you've got the academic coaching. That's the what they need to learn. But look at how it's paired with the structured Brick Club sessions. That is the how they learn. It's kind of like tuning a guitar before you try to play a song. The Brick Club part is what gets the child's brain ready, regulated, and receptive, so that when the academic coaching happens, it actually sticks. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually look like in a real session? Let's dive in.
So every single session is a really carefully balanced 2 hours. For the first hour, you've got dedicated small group academic coaching. They're tackling subjects like English or math. But then, and this is key, instead of just getting hit with more worksheets, they shift into 1 hour of guided Brick Club activities. And this isn't just a fun break. It's the part where they're actively building those core skills, things like persistence and working together, that they can turn around and apply right back to their schoolwork. And I really want to be crystal clear about this part. The Brick Club session is not just free play. It's not a reward for getting through the tuition. It is a structured, guided, and really purposeful way of using bricks as a tool to build up that readiness for learning. It's all about developing those underlying skills, not just, messing around with toys.
And of course, for all the parents watching, you'll want to know that the academic side of things is solid and relevant. And it is. The curriculum is fully aligned with the Ministry of Education standards for primary 1 through 3, so it covers all the core skills in English, math, and science. But really, the benefits of an approach like this go way beyond just getting homework done. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. We're talking about skills for lifelong learning. So who is actually guiding your child through this? This is absolutely key. The team isn't just made up of tutors. They're trained professionals who are experts in 2 different fields at once, academic teaching and social emotional learning, or SEL. What that means is they don't just know how to explain a math problem. They know how to help a child manage the frustration that bubbles up when they get stuck on that math problem. And that dual expertise, that's the secret sauce that makes this whole thing work.
So with that kind of expert guidance, kids start to develop really concrete skills, like better focus and being able to follow instructions. But maybe even more importantly, they start to build these positive mindsets, things like sticking with a problem even when it's hard and having the confidence to try something new. These are the abilities that support them in every single subject and, honestly, in life. And to make sure every single kid gets the personal support they need, they keep the group small. We're talking a max of 10 children. This is so important because it lets the team really get to know each child, understand their unique needs, and give them tailored support. Nobody gets lost in the crowd. So you might be wondering, is this program the right fit for my child? Well, it's a really good match for kids who you see trying so hard, but they just get tired out so easily. It's for the kids who feel overwhelmed by schoolwork, or the ones who just lose all motivation when they see another worksheet.
And really, that just brings us right back to that main idea, doesn't it? This program is designed for that child who you know can do it. They just struggle to stay with it. This is all about building that staying power. All right, let's talk practical details. It's an 8-week program. English is on Tuesdays, math is on Wednesdays, and science is on Thursdays. And remember, each of those academic sessions is paired with a brick club session. And the nice thing is you have the flexibility to enroll your child in just 1, 2, or all 3 subjects. Okay, let's talk about the fees. As you can see, the cost for the full 8-week term is $899 for one subject. And of course, there are packages if you want to do 2 or 3 subjects. And to make it a bit easier on the budget, they have a staggered payment plan. So you put down a 20% deposit to lock in your child's spot, and then the rest is split into 2 more payments. So I want to leave you with this final thought. What if the key to unlocking your child's true academic potential isn't just about piling on more schoolwork? What if instead it's about going a little deeper, about building a stronger, more resilient foundation so they can finally learn with real confidence?